Hello, it's your boy Shax here. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be reviewing the Beurer IL50 infrared heat lamp. Let's get started. I'll be talking about the pros, the cons, and the different features of this device. I've owned it for about 2 years now, and it's held up pretty well. Currently on Amazon, it's running for about $68 on average, and I purchased mine over 2 years ago for about $65, so the price has been pretty consistent. You must be wondering, is it durable? Will it last? Well, let me tell you what, I've absolutely banged this sucker up. I've absolutely trashed it. It's fallen off of my bed maybe 50, 60 times. It's tumbled down the stairs, I think at least once. I've really given it a beating. So the plastic housing is held up pretty well, but I will say the internal components can be a bit loose, and I think this could be an issue. So I don't recommend dropping it off the side of your bed. It probably will survive, but just be careful if you're thinking about getting one of these. As far as the on switch goes, it's got a push-in on switch here that clicks in and holds it. It starts a 15-minute timer here, which can be adjusted by this adjustable button here. 14, 13, 12, you can see how that works. And you can set it to where you want it. If you want an extra 15 minutes, just press it again, it'll reset it back to 15 minutes. So it's got a nice convenient timer. If you take a look here, this is actually adjustable. It has a 50-degree adjustable hinge. It also has a 11.8 by 15-inch surface area, projecting a nice square onto like a region of your back or even the bottom of your feet or wherever you're looking to use it. Aside from the cord, let's move on to the ceramic glass. It's protected by a nice 11.8 by 15-inch ceramic glass cover which blocks out the UV light. This is important. It also projects low to mid-range infrared wavelengths, ranging from 500 nanometers to 2500 nanometers. The bulb inside of here is supposed to be good for up to 2,000 hours, according to the manufacturer. Now, I did contact their customer service because within that 2-year period, my bulb did go out one single time. And they were very generous and good to me. They responded to my request via phone and email, and they were able to replace the bulb in full and cover free shipping. So, props to the company for that. They seem to be very responsive, and I do appreciate that, so I do give them a big thumbs up for it. If you're looking for bulb replacements, they also are covered through the company, so I do recommend contacting them. I do not know exactly which bulb it is, but if I do find out sometime soon, I will be posting that down in the description below. Now let's talk about some of the cons. There are a few definite concerns of mine. Even after shutting this device off, this front plate can be extremely hot. And if it tips over or it touches your skin, it will definitely burn you. It will cause an instant first-degree burn, so I must warn you to be very careful if you're using this device. That ceramic glass on the front is very, very hot, and you need to be careful if you're going to be using it. So leaving it around children or dogs is a very poor decision. You want to have supervision during the use of this device. Now, if you're very careful with it and you're responsible, I feel like it can be a very nice device to use, but definitely a word of caution there. Number two, after I've dropped this enough times, there has been one single time, and I say one single time for a reason, this device has turned itself on, but only because I did not turn off this switch here. When the timer ran out, it shut itself off, but a few minutes later, it turned itself back on. So, definitely a warning there. Now, that only happened a few months ago, and I've had this device for almost 2 years, and I've really banged it up. So, more probably my fault than the manufacturer, but again, as it says on the label, you do want to always unplug this device after using it and make sure that the switch is turned off. It is basically the first thing in the user manual, so keep an eye out for that. The only other con that I could really think of with this device, other than a knockover switch, you know, when you knock over some of those cheap fans, it'll shut itself off. As far as bulb replacement is concerned, there are 4 screws housed in the top and the bottom. You do need a longer Phillips head screwdriver to remove them in order to pull off this front faceplate. Now, you want to be careful because there are ribbons inside of there that can be damaged, and you do not want to damage the inside of this. There's a fan and some components in there, and just inside you'll see the spot where you can pull in and out the bulb. So definitely a word of caution when putting the bulb in and taking it out. You want to be careful, otherwise you might damage the unit. I would say it's moderately difficult to get the bulb in and out, but it's not too bad. And if you need to, the company will do it for you. So maybe it's not so much of a con, but it could be easier in my opinion as far as the design is concerned. Overall, I think it's an awesome device. I definitely have loved using this. My friends and family have really appreciated using this device. It has some good features. It came at an excellent price. The customer service has been astounding, so I've really liked working with the company, and I think this is a device that I would recommend you to try out and give a go. They offer a return service. Return policy is awesome, and there's a lot of good comments in the comment sections and reviews of this device. So overall, it's really good if you're dealing with pain, nerve damage, things like that. A lot of people use it for a variety of health issues. I use it on the bottom of my feet, my low back, my mid back, depending on what I feel like I need to use it on, really sore muscles. Overall, it's a very good device. So I do recommend it, and leave a comment down below if you have this device or another type of infrared device. I'd like to hear your stories. Share your comments below. Have you had success with infrared treatment or even an infrared sauna? If you want to hear a future video, I'm thinking about doing a short video on the benefits of infrared. That's it for today's video. Please subscribe down below. We really need your subscription. We'd really appreciate it. Hit that bell icon for future videos, baby. That's what I'm talking about. We need your help. Support us in the comments. Share this video, and we will see you in the next one.